Philadelphia.
In case you confuse it with Philadelphia, Brazil.
This is the time of year.
Since when has Paul Heyman affiliated himself with NXT recently? So, are Mauro Ranallo and Percy Watson going to call the action from that spot at ringside? Well, obviously they don't, but what's the damn point of standing there just to go back to the announce table close by seconds later?
Shayna Baszler.
Haha, the authors of pain cut you off, Percy.
They're gonna have the catch of the day, Fish.
Wah, wah.
The other member of the trio known as...
Looks like Team Discount NWO, the Undisputed Era are ready to go tonight. Sorry, I accidentally called them that because this stable's motives and theme song are too similar to the NWO, and Kyle O'Reilly is pretending his title is a guitar like Hulk Hogan did.
Can't wait to get their hands!
Pre-match assault.
Match hasn't officially started, and yet...
I'll finish that sentence for you, and yet I have already begun to state the obvious 6 minutes into this 2.5-hour show.
Look, I love this strategy. Real smart.
Percy condones the AOP attacking Kyle and Bobby from behind, but what do you bet he'd start criticizing like a little bitch if it was the other way around?
It's about that size advantage by...
Bobby tagged in Kyle twice. Makes me wonder if that makes Kyle the double legal competitor, meaning he has to tag in Bobby twice in order for it to be legal. I am so confused on my thoughts.
Power double leg take.
Razor thinks he's Brock Lesnar. No one cares what's trending.
And again, O'Reilly...
Heel champions attempt to leave the ring and get counted out to retain their titles out of cowardice cliche.
And O'Reilly and Fish now need to make a jump.
Go home, Kyle. You're drunk.
Pin or submit Fish and O'Reilly inside the squared circle.
Well, technically they don't have to do it to both of them in order to win, but I see your point. Yep, even small nitpicks like technical errors get sinned here. Come at me.
Talk about this.
Please don't hurt me. Let's talk about this cliche.
Runs over O'Reilly now.
Bobby takes a chance, but ends up destroying himself and cushioning Razor's fall. Man, that's gotta suck.
He's tossing around.
Bobby is addicted to Akim's Razors. Yep, when it comes to tag teams with one-name wrestlers, that's what I'll say.
Momentary lapse in judgment.
Bobby prepared to spring in the air long before Akim could actually prepare to toss him over his shoulder.
He's found himself in the wrong zip code.
Apparently, a WWE ring has their own zip codes. Make of that whatever you will, but I'm just going to sin it because a lot of these wrestling terms are honestly dumb. Man, this is why I don't like a lot of the NXT referees. This referee is completely ignoring the fact that Bobby Fish and Razor are illegally in the ring and isn't trying to get them out. Do we need ringside enforcers for every tag team match that ever occurs at NXT events? Because I'm starting to think that they do. Wow, look like Akim didn't even want to win back the tag team titles considering that easily escapable roll-up is easily escapable. Paul Ellering grabbing Akim's pecs. I absolutely guarantee that War Machine would give the Wyatt family a run for their money in a Battle of the Beards contest. Previously on NXT Philadelphia.
A 30-second or less knockout.
Unkeepable guarantees. While Velveteen Dream does knock down Cassius Ohno, he doesn't knock him out because the match would have been over instead of going on for another 10 minutes.
That mouthpiece cost over $2,000.
A mouthpiece costing $2,000 is one of the most dumbest things I ever heard. If that could happen, it's only a matter of time before a glass of freaking water would cost about the same as your house.
But he's been struggling to win the big one.
I guess you could call him Val Venus Dream after seeing that.
He can get it done on the mat. He can do it all.
Velveteen is likely punching that turnbuckle because it doesn't have his name on the padding. Velveteen Dream versus Southeast Turnbuckle at NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
He's channeling his inner smoke and go.
Alright, I'm removing a sim because the crowd counting the 30 on Velveteen's guarantee was highly entertaining and hilarious, even if I'm shocked that they weren't chanting 10 30 times.
Oh.
Pin him, you attractive moron! Otherwise, your guarantee goes down the drain. Sure, you got the knockout part done, but to completely knock him out, you gotta win the match. I guess you could refer to those kicks as the quit kicks since Velveteen says quit for everyone he hits.
Goes Ohno.
Look at that. I just tore off my armband. Now you're definitely intimidated. Fear me, Cassius.
Entertaining journey.
We are sadly undefeated in pay-per-views containing the annoying 10 chants during countouts in the year of 2018.
Blocked by Ohno.
Oh!
What a devastating super kick to the air.
Wait.
Haha, you two had bad timing. Honestly, what use would standing on the ring post do, especially since it won't give Velveteen more air than the top rope would? Stepping on your opponents to cause further humiliation after defeating them cliche. Maria Munu Menounos, courtesy of the one and only Bacho Ranallo. This segment is obviously pre-taped considering the kids in the corner are actually at ringside, having been shown when Maria Menounos was being addressed, unless they have telepathic abilities. Screw build-up, let's just give Shayna Baszler an NXT women's title match right off the bat when she shows up. There's totally nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I know, Ember Moon was the one who challenged her, but her title doesn't have to be on the line for that. While entrances beginning backstage are common at MMA fights, this is WWE, and here in WWE, backstage entrances make you a discount Goldberg.
Exactly, that's what she...
Damn, Shayna even does Goldberg's punches on the stage upon entering. All that's missing is the sizzling pyro. Shayna was watching Ember the whole time and could have countered that dropkick at any moment. This is my division cliche. Man, an NXT TakeOver event with multiple cliches in it. Here's to hoping that doesn't last the whole night. I'm going to prove to you that I'm fired up and ready to win the women's title. Want to see how? Just look at the way I'm screaming while slowly removing the elastic out of my ponytail. Wait, what?
That's what you did to the
WWE allows arms to be potentially broken on purpose, but still restricts Randy Orton from delivering the punt kick. Rows of tweets. I know, it's amazing selling of an arm injury, but Ember seriously couldn't at least crawl to Shayna while in pain and attempt to pin her with a good arm? Match stoppage.
Baszler all about that snap, crackle, pop.
Really? Mauro just ruined the intense moment by bringing up a reference to Rice Krispies. Now all I can think about from seeing Shayna potentially becoming the new NXT Women's Champion is a breakfast cereal. Although I will remove a sin because of the intensity this match has with Ember locked in that armbar for a long length of time, and because she managed to survive it too. Mauro's high-pitched voice as he constantly repeats Mamma Mia. Post-match assault.
But Shayna Baszler, you disgust me.
I don't know what was more disgusting, Shayna Baszler's double attack on Ember following the end of the match, or Ember Moon vomiting after the assault ended. Decide. The irony of the logo behind Aleister Black and Adam Cole. Okay, I admit that was kinda cool with the X for Extreme.
Extreme Rules match.
And that means you should advance forward and start comparing your nose to my nose.
This is an NXT Extreme Rules.
An NXT Extreme Rules match? What's the difference between an NXT Extreme Rules match and a regular Extreme Rules match? Unnecessary addition of the NXT name.
Championship.
I bet those fans in the front row feel a little awkward considering Adam Cole just twerked in their direction before rising up to shout his catchphrase.
Sing-along portion with Adam Black.
With Adam Black? Who the hell is Adam Black? Is he a guy facing Aleister Cole in Chris Jericho's home of Appleton?
No disqualification, no countout.
In case some people think an NXT Extreme Rules match differs from a WWE Extreme Rules match. The crowd thinks stare-downs are awesome? Did they remember that the WWE Sinner was in attendance on this night and wanted to stick stare-downs in my face or something? Anytime you want to get in the ring, Adam, I'll be impatiently waiting, ready to fire the Sin Gun at any moment. Too late!
No countouts, no disqualification.
Mauro is really making me consider the idea of creating yet another bonus round for rule reminders. Hey Philadelphia, I know you guys are the home of ECW, but this is what a kendo stick looks like.
Aleister Black.
We interrupt NXT Philadelphia to bring you Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Tattooing the body of Cole.
Wow, that was a moment where even I cringed in pain. That's a moment when you can actually feel the pain from Aleister.
You know what my name is?
Adam Cole became so cocky that he thought he was Velveteen Dream for a second. And now I bet that Aleister is having a feeling of deja vu right now.
Who runs NXT?
Triple H and William Regal.
The last person you want to let get back and let back up.
Whatever the hell Percy is saying makes no sense whatsoever.
And back. Whoa!
Adam's left leg connected with the edge of the metal garbage can, yet it's his back that suffered the most damage from simply landing on the weapon-free side of the canvas. 2 minutes of table setting. Why is there even a ladder under the ring in an event that has no ladder match being contested at all?
Cole wanting to suplex Black through the table.
Bacho Ranallo strikes again. That's clearly a ladder, not a table. Wasting time, baby! It's one thing to stop the NXT Women's title match earlier, but this is an Extreme Rules match, so stopping the match to tend to a little bit of blood on your freaking hand is worth a double sin. It's Extreme Rules! What'd you think was gonna happen?
Catches out, but then Black eats that super.
Fine, I'll remove a couple of sins, but only because the super kick to the face with a chair followed by the fall through the tables was kinda cool to see. Also, I'm surprised Adam hasn't been fined or suspended because of violating the no chair shots to the head policy.
Adam Cole and Aleister Black.
Mauro must have forgotten what Aleister's last name was for a moment. That one moment when you realize that Aleister's version of the Attitude Adjustment was more devastating and badass than any of the times John Cena hit it. And with such extreme force, here's another 2 sins removed.
Goes dead center between.
Adam Cole could possibly be legit injured and the fans would never give a shit, hence the "you deserve it" chance.
Adam Adam Black won.
Oh my freaking god! That's the second time tonight that Baccio Ranallo has referred to Adam as Adam Black. This is not really a good night for Morrow, is it? Now that's a double sin.
Come to the aid of their Undisputed Era.
So what you're saying is Adam Cole actually is the Undisputed Era? I thought that was the name of the entire stable. Now you reveal that Adam was the true Undisputed Era this whole time? Plot twist.
Obviously, Morrow, they are not done.
I guess instead of hurting Alistair and potentially ending his career, Kyle and Bobby just want to give him a little joyride by dragging him around the ringside area.
I believe they're going to do it.
Morrow announced the presence of Sanity before they even showed up. In other words, spoiler alert. Also, Morrow just inspired me to create a new song for the 2018 Christmas season. Here comes Sanity, here comes Sanity, here comes Sanity Claus! Eric Young looks to punch Kyle, but ultimately ends up punching the air. He must really hate the air.
Barely moving.
Alexander Wolf was clearly seen acknowledging Killian Dane to connect the suicide dive, yet both he and Eric didn't back out of the way at the last second to avoid getting crushed by their own partner. Can somebody wake up Alistair? He's sleeping on the damn job. Why can't other Extreme Rules matches be as good as this?
I'm going to hit you.
Then do it already! Stop monologuing and just do it! If Adam ends up losing, it's likely because he gave Alistair the heads up about ending him. And thus my theory is proven when I say that monologuing is a villain's greatest weakness. Yo, Derek, come look at this guy on the TV! He looks just like you! Wait a minute.
To look at the future.
Johnny Gargano says he's here to look to the future, and the future shows him getting his ass whooped by Tommaso Ciampa, I guess. Having a live mariachi band perform Andrade Cien Almas to the ring for one of the best matches in NXT history was no doubt awesome in every way. From what the Titantron says, apparently his name is actually Cien Andrade Almas. So is the Cien part his actual first name and his ring name, or what? The graphics for Johnny's entrance appears all over the arena 20 seconds before his music even hits. Was that an accident, or are they just pulling an Asuka here?
Recently underwent quadruple heart surgery.
I think he meant to say quadruple heart bypass surgery because quadruple heart surgery implies that Johnny's father physically had 4 hearts.
The fact that he's 0-2 against the champion.
Just because Johnny never beat Andrade doesn't mean he can't do it. Counting him out early on?
And the crowd chanting, "This is wrestling."
The fans were actually chanting Johnny Wrestling, not This is Wrestling. The This is Wrestling chant doesn't come until later in the match.
Johnny Gargano with a standing dropkick.
Wasn't really a dropkick considering the back of Johnny's legs were what connected with Andrade's chest rather than the feet connected to the chest.
This time it was scouted by Almas.
Ow! Andrade shot me right in the chest, which means that the pain is coming from my nose for some insane reason. Johnny Wrestling defied logic early on in this match.
And that's gonna hurt worse than a bullet.
There is no way that the chop from Andrade had to hurt worse than a bullet because Johnny is still alive. Really bad comparison if you ask me, Morrow.
Oh, lands on his feet.
Those dodges after dodges after dodges were awesome. I think I counted 4 of them, so let's remove 4 sins.
On Johnny Gargano's wife's face.
She's got a name, you know. It's Candice LeRae. Use it. You don't have to simply call her Johnny Gargano's wife all the time.
Nobody home.
Bounce. Did you see him bounce?
No, I thought he was levitating for a second upon hitting the ground. Yes, I saw Johnny bounce off the floor.
You're 100% right. This cockiness, you can't do that.
Andrade can do that move while embracing his inner cockiness all he wants, Percy. Don't start kissing Johnny's ass by degrading Andrade, man.
Realizing his lifelong dream.
Don't mind me, just scratching my butt. Got a problem with that?
Section by Johnny Wrestling.
Damn, Andrade seriously thought that Johnny would fall for his pose on the ropes a second time? One for each time he beat Johnny, I assume? Kind of a dumb thing to do since Johnny's getting fired up.
Johnny Gargano's homework almost presented him with the NXT Championship.
But sadly, his homework got a C- instead. Whoa, where is Zelina Vega going with this? Because that just sounded weird.
The top turnbuckle, moonsault.
And there's another Cinder move. Amazes me whenever Andrade takes that one flip at a chance and connects it.
And both of them.
Go home, Andrade. You're drunk.
Gargano would probably like to ask Siri, how do I beat?
If Johnny actually asked Siri, how do I beat Andrade, that'd be the most saddest moment of his entire career.
This is how he defeated Drew McIntyre at TakeOver.
Morrow simply just says TakeOver, forgetting that almost every NXT pay-per-view ever is labeled TakeOver, and thus making me ask, which one are you referring to?
Rehabilitating.
Johnny knocking out Andrade, putting Andrade in the mooning the literal moon position.
He has dreamed about since he was a...
Son of a bitch, here are more sins removed.
Oh!
I I'd be impressed by that had I not seen Andrade already start to fall forward before Johnny could completely lock in that DDT. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, let me give you a hug.
Come on, come on.
Percy Watson's cheerleading.
I'm saying no, no.
Andrade wasn't even saying anything, what are you talking about? You feel that? That intensity from the audience? The energy in the ring? It's called an epic match that puts you on the edge of your seat so many times. Situations like this is why it's a very bad idea to have an LED board replace the curtain that usually covers the underside of the ring.
More can he withstand?
I'm about to turn the Fight Forever chant into one of the most darkest things to ever chant to wrestlers. Because by saying fight forever, the term means fight until you die. Wow, the fact that Johnny managed to improvise and turn what seemed to be a botched head scissors attempt into the Gargano escape. That was severely cool. The annoying ass kissing commentary of Percy Watson. Shut the hell up. Correct, the referee saw Zelina interfere. But you know what he didn't do? He didn't call for the disqualification or eject Zelina from ringside. In other words, this referee sucks at his job.
Dastardly deeds, the dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
Oh my god, that was a very cringe-filled reference to AC/DC. Don't get me wrong, I love AC/DC, but repeating what you said just to make a reference to one of their hit songs was horrible. More sins removed, this time 5, for the emotion within Johnny Gargano. To be able to survive a Hurricane Rana from Zelina into the stairs, and then a Hammerlock DDT from Andrade gives me more respect for his determination. We don't often see this sort of thing anymore. Awesome! Now we get to see a catfight during this epic match!
The field is now even once again!
Well, technically the field wasn't even at all during this entire match, since Zelina was at ringside for the first 29 minutes of it. Percy Watson's high-pitched yell. These 20 sins being removed are not due to the quality of the match, as my boss has passed a new rule saying I can't do that anymore. The 20 sins being removed are respect to Johnny Gargano and Andrade Almas for their passion, emotion, and dedication to professional wrestling, which they showed very well here tonight. They really have put it all on the line in this match. Post-match assault. Also, deja vu for Johnny. But man, it's good to see Tommaso Ciampa make his return after being gone for so long. So, welcome back.
Attacking his former partner with one of his crutches.
That's actually the only crutch Tommaso possesses during this moment.